Guess what?
We're back.
We're
Hello,
back.
everyone. Welcome to Wednesday night OWCP Chats with Chris and Gini.
2026.
We waited a while. We've been off for a few months. Just your holiday vacation turned into our vacation, and we said, all right, we'll just be back afterwards.
Yeah, we like to always give you guys a chance to get those hours, make that money.
We know you want that overtime.
Enjoy your family time. So we figured this year we'll probably stop. We'll probably do one chat in November, like the first week in November, and then we'll end it there, even though you guys are starting in end of September, October. But that way, and then we'll come back like mid-January. We like to take our vacation to go back home to Utah, January, February. This year we didn't get that much snow, but we normally do it in January.
Oh,
So
bummer. Not that much snow.
so we will definitely just do November, December and come back mid-January.
But, while we were on, not doing chats, we were not working. We had a busy time. Even everywhere we went, we ended up teaching a class.
We actually worked in December. We went to Utah. We got lucky last year that we got to be able to go back home to Utah so much. It was a FLEOA Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
With the federal law enforcement officers, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Now you'll see in the back today I made a slideshow with a bunch of our friends. Not all of them. Eventually, my clicking finger got tired, so I stopped at like 60 or 70 slides. But some of the stuff that we've done since we started this, because the other thing you've got is this is our 10-year anniversary of Wednesday night OWCP Chats. And so in the background, you're going to see a lot of the people that we've spent time with over the years. Not everyone, because we don't have enough time for that. But I did want to take a moment and with this to say thank you to all of our friends at all of the unions, all of our friends that have invited us out to teach OWCP to your members. It's such a gift and an honor to us. And in our 10-year anniversary with you, I wanted to say thank you in a way that's a little different. And so this is me showing the people that we love. And not all of you are here. So if you're not there, it doesn't mean I don't love you. It means my clicking finger got tired. Because it's like, look at that Richie Ray. That's a good looking guy right there.
I mean, if you have pictures of us that we have not posted, because
we'd love to post them.
We'd love, send them through Messenger or, just send them to us. We'd love to post them on here. We'll get this going and have more pictures. I mean, we have thousands, and I mean thousands of pictures through the years. Every convention we go to, every training we go to, we try to get as many pictures as we can with you guys, because this is something that we always want to remember. And we're so humbled and thankful that you guys support and follow us and watch us every week for the last 10 years.
And of course, we support you too. Over the years, we've gotten, look, I keep saying this number. I got to find out what the real number is now, but over 100, almost said 100, I wish. Over 20,000 people that we've helped.
Yes.
And just through our federal injury centers offices, but countless numbers. There's no way to count how many people through Wednesday night OWCP chats that I've been able to help get their claim approved or, overcome some barrier, solve some problem. It's so nice to be able to do that. And, I hope that you will go and continue to tell your friends to come watch, because we're not done yet. There's still a huge mountain to climb with getting your claims approved, and we're climbing it. We're making improvements. We've been making efficiencies and innovations at federal injury centers to try to make the experience better for you and the outcome faster.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk too much about it because we're not all the way there yet, but there's a lot coming that we're going to be able to help you with. I look at these pictures and some of it makes me super emotional.
Like they do. Yeah. The relationships that we've built, look, I feel like I'm choking up. The relationships that we've built through the years has been so meaningful, because we're not even looking at it as like, you're going to be a patient and you're going to be going to one of our offices. It's, hi, we're Chris and Gini. We just want to be friends.
And you can go to any office you want.
And the people in these pictures through the years, some of them are no longer with the union. Some of them have passed away. Some of them have moved on to different careers, and we still have stayed friends with them through the years. Look, see, I
Look at
can't
these
believe I'm
guys.
like
Look at these
getting
guys.
emotional about this,
That's my
but
guys right there.
we're so, so thankful that you guys have been with us for 10 freaking years.
When we first
2016.
started, oh my gosh, we first started, we were in a little rent house. We were just barely making it. I mean,
Yeah.
we were just barely making it. When we met each other, um, right before I tricked her into dating me, right? I found out that she had this skill, which was attracting eyeballs to stuff, right? And it's not just because she's hot, but she's able to get people to looking at things that she's looking at, which is interesting to me because my biggest barrier in helping you is you seeing me and knowing that I'm here.
Yeah.
And so she goes, "Let's do this Facebook Live thing." And some of you have heard the story before, and I said, "Ah, "There's no way, nobody's going to do that. Nobody. Who's going to go watch an hour-long show on workers' comp?" And well, it turns out millions is the answer, and I was glad to be wrong. I'm not wrong often, and those of you that know me know I'm almost never wrong. But in this case, she stumped the chump because she was right and I was wrong. But man, we started out on like a little love seat in this second little living room in this tiny little house that we're like. I don't even know why that house had two living rooms.
I
Okay, it
know.
wasn't big enough for one, but we did it there using a cell phone, like we were using probably an iPhone 11 or
I
10.
know.
I don't know, iPhone 7 or whatever. And then we tried moving it into a bedroom just because our boys were younger and didn't know what quiet meant. And so let's see if we can go in there, but then the walls were paper thin, so that didn't work. We tried it at the dining room table. That didn't work because the kitchen was right next to it, and that's where everyone congregates. So that didn't work. And now everyone's like, "Why do we have to be so quiet every Wednesday night?" Then we moved to this house, and this office space became, over time, the studio.
Yeah.
And finally, we were able to do stuff. Now, Ryan's still right above us, stomping and banging because he plays games on his computer. So there's still some noise. And Ellie's still laying right there. And the next, delivery guy that shows up, that'll be the last day of his life. So we still have some interruptions and things, but we've come a long way in trying to do what we're doing to help you.
Yeah.
Look at that, Tanya. Look how good she looked there.
Victor.
So,
Victor, you're going to see a lot of pictures of yourself on here.
yeah. So, the main point I'm making is, we've come a long way, but you've been there with us the whole way, and we're super grateful. And to come back after like almost 4 months off, and to be able to celebrate our 10-year anniversary with you, is a real treat and a gift for us.
Yeah.
It's special. Look at this. Look at these guys. Like, what are you going to do with these guys? We've made so many friends along the way,
Yeah.
and all over the country, all the way from California to New Jersey, New York. Well, we're in Florida, but all across the country, we've just made friends that I never imagined that we'd be able to come in contact with. Look, Mr. Kelly.
Sorry, if you guys
Juan.
think I'm ignoring,
She's always on her phone. This is how it is 24/7.
I am actually sharing to all the group pages. Those of you that are trying to tag your friends, because I know a lot of you do it, you must use the @ sign and then tag them, and it'll show up blue for you.
Yeah.
So make sure, because if you just put their name, they're not going to know that we're on. So, but you'll see me again posting twice a week on your union Facebook pages. One, that we're whatever topic we're talking about, and two, the chats. So, Victor said, "Don't make me cry." Well, Victor, you know that you're very close to us in a special way, more than a lot of other people. You, Ian, Rob, that whole Orlando crew, AJ. So you guys have a very special place in our hearts.
She
and
would have
always
just
will.
kept listing names because she's like, she feels so bad about somebody feeling left out. You're not being left out. Like, we have a special relationship with a lot of
Yeah.
people in a lot of different ways, just like you all do. Like, look gray there. It's so nice to have trust and friendship.
Yeah.
With people that we're able to help. So thanks for all that.
All right,
you
so
tall folks.
Last year when we were deciding how could we
Man.
make this year even better for you guys with our training. So here's a few things, housekeeping things. Number one, if there's ever topics you guys want that we maybe have not discussed and you guys want us to discuss as the year progresses.
If there's a topic I haven't discussed, it's probably not related to OWCP,
Right.
but hit me with it anyways.
Send us a message, put it on Facebook. I mean, whatever you have to do, and tell me, hey, we'd like to learn about this. We will do it. But last year, Chris and I, we were listening to, going back, listening to chats, as the year was coming to an end. We're now with the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. We are vetted. We are, what's the other word?
Approved,
Approved. And so we are
trusted.
yeah, we've been vetted in our background. So we are a part of FLEO. We are going to be doing their national trainings, their local trainings in their states. They have chapters. So we are actually members of FLEOA.
They allowed us to be associate members, which is really nice of them.
We are dues paying members.
What a
We're
gift.
excited.
And we'd be happy to be your dues paying member too.
We don't mind. We don't mind paying whatever the fee is, but
I think very few people
know.
understand these unions the way we do, other than them.
Right.
We've been waist deep with you for 10 years.
Yeah.
So anybody that wants to make us honorary members, we'd love to.
Yeah. So we've been talking about it, and what we came across as of the end of 2025 is fear. We've asked everybody from across every single agency, all the unions, and said, what is the biggest issue you guys are having? And it winds up coming down. People don't file their claims because of fear of retaliation, telling you to resign, threatening you. And so this year, we are really going to help you guys get rid of this fear. And remember, it is your body. You own your body. You're going to retire one day and you are going to have injuries. I mean, we both have some very major injuries with our back, our knees, my hips. We have a lot going on. And we know, and we're both in our 50s, we know as we get older, it's not going to get any better. Yeah, you can have surgery. It's still not going to get better. You can get stem cell. But we're trying to help you.
It might get better.
Educate you, saying, don't be scared. Don't be scared at all to file your claims. And this year, we're going to talk so much about it. You're probably going to get so annoyed with us talking about don't be having any fear filing your claims. But you guys have to know, you should not have fear with your supervisors, with management, with HR, with anybody. Go to your stewards. There's some strong stewards that we have trained in the last couple of years, very strong stewards. And these stewards are going to stand behind you and they have no fear.
No doubt.
And we're training them not to have any fear. And I'll tell you one thing, and it's not favors between Utah stewards and Florida stewards and Alabama stewards.
Yeah.
No one is going to bully any of these stewards, not even management and supervisor.
Carly right here. Look at her.
Yeah. I mean,
Carly's got game now.
What, Ian? Who are those losers on the screen? I don't know.
Right. You said that right when Rob shows up.
Yeah. So all of you that have been with us know we are going to push not having fear. And we're going to get into it a lot this year. There may be some Wednesdays that we are traveling and we cannot do chats, but we're not going to take off again for 4 months. That was just for you guys and us too. For us to figure out what we're doing for 2026. One other housekeeping thing. We are going to be going to state conventions where Chris is able to train. And it's not that we don't want to be a vendor. We love it. But because we've just added on now a new federal agency, we are going to be training a lot more. So if you want us to come, it has to be for training.
It's a federal association with multiple agencies, actually, and it's going to take up a lot of time. So, look, I'm not going to kid anybody. I want to train because I'm the best at it. I want to train. You have people that can do some things, and I'm so grateful that you have them. All the unions have OWCP reps, and thank God that you have those. but the way I do it is better. And it's not a knock on them. It's a reality that I have from being in these doctor's offices that the others don't have.
Yeah.
I have the other side. I'm on the other side of the line also. So I'm on your side of the line and on my side of the line. So I have this perspective of both sides and solutions for everything.
Yeah.
Wait, did Chris just say solutions for everything? Yeah, I did. So we're excited to come and train at your conventions because you need it.
Yeah.
And everyone that's here that knows this is going to say, yeah, you need it. It would shock me if there's not a whole bunch of yes, you need it comments coming. You need it. And that doesn't mean that I'm a substitute for your OWCP reps because I'm not. I don't have that kind of time or availability.
Yeah.
But if someone wants me to come and train, I can blow the doors off of a room,
Yeah.
teaching OWCP, and that's what's needed. So I'm going to put all of my focus in the next year on upping my game and training.
Yeah. We are really going to hammer it into you guys, make sure all your questions are answered when we come to these trainings. So, again, it's not that we do not want to be vendors. We love that
We
we
love you
got to
guys.
meet so many of you, even just being vendors, but we really have to focus on all the people that want the training.
Yeah.
And we are going to do that. Remember, we're not asking for any money. Our training doesn't cost the union a dime.
Nope.
The hotel, the flight, the car, the food, that's all we take care of that. We just want to be able to show up and train you for 3 hours.
This is how we give back to you.
Yeah.
And you have fed into us for 10 years. We give back by doing this. So just ask.
Yeah.
Just ask. We're probably going to say yes.
So I'm going to go over, I know a lot of you are machine gunning questions and we're going to answer all of them. So again, welcome back. We're excited. Happy 10 year. I think some people,
Happy 10 to you too.
yeah, it's 10 year to you guys. I think when I did that post and said happy 10-year anniversary, I think a lot of people thought it was Chris and I celebrating our 10 year, which we actually did.
Not 10 years married. Let's all be clear. 10 years together.
Yeah.
But we've been with you as long as we've been together.
Yeah. So it's really sweet and it's heartfelt to us. I was going to get balloons and put 10 behind us and our day got wasted doing other stuff. But today what we're going to talk about, and it's a number one thing Chris starts out in every training that we do, the CA10. And when he asks how many people have heard what a CA10 is, we get half of the room. And that's because half of them have heard us on here and from us training live in person. So we're going to start with what a CA10 is and where you can find it.
And some of you are like, wow, gosh, I've been here for 10 years. I've heard Chris talk about the CA10 so many times, yet it's still not hanging up in your break room.
Yes.
Yet 2/3 or 3/4 of every room I'm in has never heard of it, if not 90%, has still never heard of it. And it's such an important document. It's called What a Federal Employee Should Do When Injured at Work. And I say this every time. Does that sound important?
Yes.
What a federal employee should do when injured at work. It sounds like all the things you should do when injured at work. So, you got to have these. The problem is they changed it in 2021 and said, instead of post on employees bulletin board where it was never posted, to post on an agency's website where you'll never find it because you never heard of it before. Those of you that are here all the time, you know what a CA10 is. But if you're new, by the way, welcome. We're happy to have you tell your friends that we're here doing this.
Yes.
A CA10 is a form that it's the most invisible form other than a CA16, which I'll get into another time. A little bit here too. But it tells you exactly what to do. One of the main reasons people don't even attempt an injury claim is they don't know what to do.
Yes.
They don't know who to talk to, what to do, where to go. And this form gives you every detail you need to attempt to start a claim. It doesn't give you all the details you need to get a claim accepted because you need a doctor who knows what they're doing. But it does tell you how to get one initiated. And that's a huge problem. Most people have no idea.
Yes.
It's broken down into several sections, but the first one says report to supervisor, but unfortunately it says as soon as possible. Well, what the hell does that mean? As soon as possible to you means something different to me.
Yeah.
It means now. You have to report now, but most people don't want to. Like, oh, God, I don't want to tell my supervisor. That's so painful. They're not going to like it.
You know what?
I don't care.
Too bad.
I don't care. I don't care. I actually was in a staff meeting for my company, and an issue came up that some people weren't going to want to do something. It doesn't matter what it was. And I literally said, yeah, I don't care.
Yep, he did.
Yeah, I don't care because I don't. You have to do what's in your best interest. I got to do what's in my best interest. She's got to do what's in hers. In your best interest is to follow the CA-10, and it says report to supervisor immediately. Now it says as soon as possible, but that's wrong. Lame. Ian, I can't wait to hang out with you, dude.
He said lame.
Oh, I'm like looking at the calendar going, geez, it's like more than 3 weeks away.
Yeah.
All right. So immediately. And the reason why is if you wait to report, you start losing benefits. The second section tells you two things. It says get a CA-16 and choose your own doctor. Well, what's a CA-16? Great question. It pays all your bills on a CA-1 injury for the first 60 days, but you had to report that thing within 7 days. Most people are like, I don't want to report it. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. We'll see if it gets better. I don't want to upset my supervisor.
Right.
I don't care what your supervisor thinks. Neither should you. And you wait 8 days, you can't have a CA-16, and it pays all your medical bills related to the injury, and you never have to pay it back, even if your claim's not approved. Well, I don't want to. Man, look, you got to do what's in your best interest. So report right away. The second section also says that you can choose your own doctor. Management all the time is saying, go to Concentra, go to American Family Care, go to whatever urgent care is down the road. This is where you have to go. But the law says you get to choose your own doctor. You have the right to initial selection of physician. It says that management has to tell you it's your right to choose your own doctor, and they can't get in the way of your right to choose or send you to a doctor under contract or employed by the agency.
Correct.
So pretty much it's your choice. And the law says that like 4 different times. But you're just going wherever manager tells you to go because you don't want to have any problems. Well, that means your claims are getting denied. How do I know that? Because the last calendar year that OSHA finished, and they're behind by like 2 years now. Well, a year and a half. No, 2 years. It said that only 6.78% of federal employees had an accepted injury claim. So here's my question. Like always, does that sound bad or bad? If it sounds bad, write bad in the comments. Or if it sounds bad, write bad in the comments. It's
Right.
bad, right? Well, that happens because A, you don't know what to do because you never saw a CA-10. B, you go where the supervisor tells you where to go. And they're sending you to an almost certain denial. What's my proof of that? 6.78% of people have an accepted claim. That's my proof. That number is just so bad that that's the only proof I need. When you go to a doctor who's trained and understands how to get a claim accepted, your odds can go from 7% to 97%. But you have to make the choice to choose your own doctor and not go where your supervisor tells you to. And the CA-10 says you have the right to initial selection of physician.
Correct.
The next section tells you to follow CA-1 or 2. A CA-1, I'm going to talk about at length next week. It's for an injury that happens in a single shift. A CA-2 is an injury that happens over 2 or more shifts. And it is what it is. There's no like in between. It is one or the other. So the second section says go to ecomp.dol.gov and file your injury claim, CA-1 or CA-2. And then the next one says, how do you want to get paid? The next section is, do you want continuation of pay, which is good for up to 45 days of time off, calendar days? Well, in order to have that, you have to report your injury within 30 days. If it's a CA-1, it's not eligible on a CA-2. But you don't know these things if you don't have a Form CA-10, what a federal employee should do when injured at work. So it says, do you want to take COP or use all your sick and annual leave? Well, I had a senior claims examiner say, tell everyone to take COP because the worst thing that can happen is they'll just come take your sick and annual leave anyways if your claim's not accepted. Now you're thinking, well, gosh, Chris, you just told me 93% of people don't have accepted claims. I'm going to have to pay back COP. Maybe, but in the 20,000 people we've helped, I don't think anybody's ever had to pay back COP.
No, because they would have definitely said something.
Somebody would have told me.
Yeah.
So there's a way to not have to pay it back. And so this senior claims examiner said, look, just take COP. You file your appeals. You work this thing to the end. It's not a final adjudication until you give up. So don't give up. And then you don't owe your COP back. The next section tells you how to contact your claims examiner, which will be frustrating. Just leave a message. They'll get back to you. And then the last section tells doctors how to get paid. And that's not your problem. They're doing just fine. But I just gave you an abbreviated version of a CA-10 because I know it by memory. I have it by heart. I could actually probably quote it to you word for word. The problem you have is you don't know that there are 6 sections on it, right, or what's in any of the sections, or how to find the form. So go to federalinjurycenters.com, click the Forms tab, and print CA-10s out and post them at your office. Post them in your break room. As our friend Jerry said, post them in the backs of the stalls in the bathroom.
Yeah, when we
Post them wherever.
when we travel this year, that's going to be one of the things I bring along with us. We always give away free books, the free um, volume 4 book. You guys see that? So I'm also going to be bringing a ton of CA10s printed. That way you can actually see what he's talking about.
Yeah, and I recommend like laminate them.
Yes.
Now there's a cost to that because if the supervisor throws it away, you just throw away lamination. But the main point is like do something so everyone can see it. I think in your monthly union meetings, you should be talking about CA10s. It should you should spend 15 minutes talking about a CA10 at a monthly union meeting.
Yeah.
You don't need me to come and do it. Have someone learn it. You have an OWCP rep probably. Have them discuss it. Everyone needs to know what a CA10 is.
Yeah.
And you have the opportunity in union meetings. You can hold Zoom meetings for your unions and you can talk about a CA10. You can invite me to talk about a CA10 on Zoom. I'll do it.
We when some of our doctors go to your union meetings, yeah, that's what we tell them to talk about, the CA10, because they have 15 minutes to chat with you guys. We just tell them this is the best way to get so you guys can understand. That way you guys have some sort of idea what's going on if you've never heard of OWCP. And what we've seen, the older generation now is starting to retire. They're going to retire. Now we got these youngins coming
I'm the older
in.
generation.
Yeah, well, you're starting to retire.
Oh.
And I mean, there's people that are working that's
I know.
79 years old, still delivering mail. 79 years old. She's the sweetest lady.
That's amazing.
So when I just
79 years old. People are waiting to retire.
Oh yeah, so the youngins are coming in. Number one, they don't even want to be at work. We've seen this. We've heard it. They don't want to be at work. They get injured. They have no clue what to do. We have people that call me and say, I fell at home. Is that covered? You have to have the injury at work or your work parking lot, like TSA. Some of you TSA people have a bus that shuttles you and you fall on the bus or trip out the bus. That is covered.
Your supervisor is going to say not in performance of duty, but they're wrong.
And it is. Or you're in your work parking lot. That's covered.
Let's take a break and ask some questions. So if you're new here, you post a question in the comments and she reads them. If you think, you ignored my question, we just haven't got to it yet.
Yeah.
And
so I'm at the very top.
Question, I'm going to answer it.
Yeah. Jack, new goal is to make the screen. Yes. If you want your picture up here, you text it to me or Facebook message it
Jack
to me.
From today.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Jack, I can get a picture of you up there.
Just that's so you know, Jack's a buddy of mine who does cybersecurity. If you need cybersecurity, talk to Jack.
Jack.
He's the best in the world at it.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
We learned so much about cybersecurity that was unreal.
And by the way, when I said if you need cybersecurity, Jack taught me that cyber crime, if it was a country, would be the third largest country in the world.
Can you believe that?
So
the stories we heard from him of the cyber crime stuff that happens in offices and homes, I was blown away.
Yeah, if your unions get hacked, you're going to be down for a minimum, I think he said 2 weeks.
Yeah,
on average.
If you're a union official, contact Jack.
Jack didn't know I was going to promote him like that,
I know.
But he's actually super good. And as all things, I get nothing for you working with Jack. And maybe you will, maybe you won't. It's not for that.
Yeah.
I don't take kickbacks.
Christopher Kane. Hi, I'm from Eastern Kentucky. Well, welcome.
Hello.
Just started with the Knoxville office. Black lung and lung disease will be more of a problem with MSHA inspectors. So yeah, we do know that. Yeah. We've trained MSHA.
3 different times?
Yeah, Christopher, if you've been, we did it in Colorado and I can't remember. We've done it 3 times total.
And Virginia Beach a couple times.
Yeah, with Mr. Witt and Carrie. Those are our guys that have always called us to train. So we do know that this is a huge problem.
Yep,
so 100%. We're glad that you're getting the help you need.
Yep.
Victor, where was my picture? Well, like Ian said, you're plastered behind us.
There's probably more pictures of you and more pictures of Ian than anybody else, but we spend more time with you guys than anybody else.
Ian said, that's some handsome guy. LaTanya Ashford. Do you train the doctors' offices too? Well, we train our doctors. not any other doctors.
Yeah,
You have to
so
be a part of the
yeah,
franchise.
our franchise, we have a whole training division, and that training division trains all the doctors. So yeah, we train our doctors.
Yeah.
We're fanatical about training.
But we just don't randomly go to doctors' offices and train. They have to join the
But
franchise.
that's why our claims acceptance rate is like astronomical, because we train
Yeah.
fanatically.
Victor said, just to let you know, our newly national APW president will be attending the Florida APW State Convention and Seminar. And there he
Jonathan
is.
Smith, let's
There he
go.
is.
What's up?
There he
That was
is.
good
Yeah,
timing.
we're really good friends with him.
Yeah, we spent like 3 hours with him in New York City and had lunch, and turns out he and I see eye to eye on the best way to do things.
Yeah, and the cool thing with Jonathan is that he is so real, and
He's a
he
real dude.
understands what you guys are going through. Not a lot of union, especially national presidents, and I'm not knocking on them, because they just don't know. They don't hear
He
it.
just kind of seems like a new generation.
But it seems like and he's done all the positions, and he understands OWCP when we had this conversation, and he understands the need for the OWCP
And
training.
it's tired of seeing his people get screwed.
Yeah, so we are going to see him in Reno.
Yeah.
Those of you that are going to the NPC for APW in Reno, we're going to be there. Can't
Looking
wait to
forward to
see you
seeing
guys.
Ian.
So if you're going to be there, come say hi to us. Tommy Lyman, I've been listening and learning for you guys for 10 years. I know you have. I know you, Jerry Gatewood, you guys have been
like pretty much day oneers.
Yeah, you have been
Appreciate
with us,
that,
Tommy.
Tommy.
Thank you so much.
Later on, Tommy says, "Can you file for hurt feelings?" I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out, Tommy.
Victor, you said still waiting to see a picture. Oh, you
Come
better
on,
be
man.
paying attention.
Would you leave?
TT LaFair, is there a way to something an OWCP rep at my office for my area? So where are you located, TT? That's number one. Do we have an office there? And maybe you guys can have that doctor from that office come to your union meeting and do some local training if you'd like. But let me know where you're at. Nicole Cat, how long can you have a work restriction after you're approved?
Well, that's a medical determination. So you have work restrictions as long as the doctor says you do. That's not so. This is the good news. OWCP doesn't tell doctors how to treat. They don't tell them how to practice medicine. Your work restrictions are part of your recovery plan. So there's no rule against that. With that said, there are different posts, like in the post office, where if you're out for a year, you could lose your position. Rural care is 2 years. Like you need to understand your agency restrictions as well. But when it comes to OWCP, the doctor's restrictions are the word. That's just how it goes.
Yeah, not what we say. We're not medical professionals. So we can give you advice on here, but that's it.
And doctors may disagree. They may send you to a second opinion doctor or a referee doctor, but eventually what the doctor says will rule. That's how it goes.
Oh my gosh, Ian. Victor, are you blind? Your mugshot is there.
Just keep watching, buddy.
Let's see. Bad. He said he saw it. Let's see. Facts.
Man, look at that young guy, that young fat face with no facial
no
hair.
beard. Christopher Kane. COP does not pay during shutdown. Found out when on COP September 29th, government shutdown started October 1st. Did get entire back pay at the end of the shutdown.
So I was hoping you'd say that. Yeah, look, if the government shut down, they're not paying anybody. They're not going to pay COP either. But generally speaking, when they come back online, everyone gets their back pay. So I'm glad you did.
Yeah. Tenora, are you guys coming to Oregon at all? We actually have an office in the Portland area. If anybody
wants, just in Oregon a few weeks ago.
We were just there. If anybody wants to know any of our locations, please go to federalinjurycenters.com. Click the big red button that says locations, and you can find all our locations. And in the last couple months, our partner Joe has worked very hard to get a lot more doctors on board. So you may want to take a look at the list.
And this is a good time for me to tell the new people here, because if you've been here a long time, you already know. This page, this Wednesday night OWCP chats, while we own the page, and we also own Federal Injury Centers, which is a franchise that does federal workers' comp for you when you get hurt. Number one, you don't have to go to Federal Injury Centers to come to this page and get help. And two, this page is not a referral source for Federal Injury Centers. This is not a referral network.
Yeah.
So if you want to know about our offices, and I'm not mad at you for asking the question, obviously I appreciate it. But if you want to know, you go to federalinjurycenters.com and there's a locations tab. If it's not listed there, it's not available. Like some people go, well, I don't see anything in Spokane, Washington. Do you have anything there? I promise you, if it's not listed, we don't have anything there.
Yeah.
And you're going to look at some areas and go, well, gosh, why don't you have anything in, I don't know where, Oklahoma, Tulsa? We just don't. We can't make doctors join our network. When they do, we're
Yeah.
happy, and you are too. So that's the way Federal Injury Centers works. We work tirelessly every single day to get new people to join, so you have help. But if you don't see them there, just keep looking back.
Yeah.
It'll be there if it gets there. It's a struggle to get doctors to say yes to this.
You guys have no clue how many doctors we have talked to in the years, especially Joe, our partner that does this. And sometimes Chris and I will get on some of these calls. And when they hear about like all the paperwork, what it takes to do, they don't want to do this.
And some of them join and then they leave. I mean, over the last couple of years, we fluctuated from 50 to 70 offices. We're down to 60. I think we're almost to 65 again, because some of them just leave and they say it's too much work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
Not to me. Like, I feel like this is like the easiest thing ever. If there was something easier, I'd go do that. Like make sandwiches at Subway.
That's why the list of locations that we have, it's actually a blessing with the doctors that decided to come on board with us.
Yeah.
What Jack says, what are the states with lower approval rates? Good question.
No, it's simple. Alphabetize them from A to Z, and it's all of them equally.
Yeah. They have this issue across the board nationally.
It took Jack about half a second to realize I was being sarcastic.
Because it's federal, Jack, it's like this in every state.
Yeah.
Just depending on how many people are filing or not. Latanya, we are an FIC center and I'm the new OWCP case manager. I have worked in other positions with OWCP, so I have experience, but not with understanding the case approval process. Well, welcome.
Hang in there.
This is how big our franchise is and on how many offices we have. We have no clue who works at our offices.
Yeah.
I mean, if we show up, we show up. Welcome.
Yeah, no offense that we didn't know you worked there. But
yeah.
We're glad you do. And keep coming back and you'll learn a lot of stuff and you'll be able to help people a lot better.
Chris and I, as everybody knows, we're the face of the company. So our partners, Joe, that does all the recruiting, and our partner, Tom and Laura, they handle all the back end and the training. And then Emmy and Jennifer, they handle all the training. So we don't know all the new people coming on, but welcome. We're very happy to have you on board with us.
I wrote the training. I wrote it.
Donna, do you have doctors that can evaluate when you've reached MMI for a schedule award?
Some of them, but not all of them. It's a very specialized thing. Even inside of our specialized network, it's more specialized. It's hard. I will be working on something in the background to make it easy. That's all I can say about that. But right now, not all of them. And I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah. Carrie.
Actually, very few of them.
Carrie, I've been going to my local federal injury clinic. Just got a letter from DOL saying I need a second medical opinion. Is that normal?
Yep. Happens all the time. I'd be surprised if it doesn't happen 3 more times to you alone. It's called CCOP, SECOP, the second opinion. Doctor and the claims examiner, when they're not sure about something or they don't like something, which shouldn't even matter, but whatever, then they'll send you to a second opinion. They'll ask specific questions. The second opinion doctor generally, if from everything I've ever heard, won't look at you, talk to you for very long, or maybe even not even touch you or do much of an evaluation. So just document everything that happens from the second you get there. I almost said land. From the second you get there to the second you leave, including times. I arrived at 8:26 a.m., was taken back at 8:32 a.m., the doctor came in at 8:34 a.m. The doctor left at 8:35 a.m., that sort of thing. Document it thoroughly and send it to the claims examiner so they know how the visit went. But you do have to go.
Mike Joseph, I did not see a prior comment because I'm at the beginning and you said, did my comment get deleted?
We never delete them. So send it to us again, buddy.
We don't delete the comment. So go ahead and resend it again. TT, sorry, I am in Binghamtown, New York. My union president is always coming to me for answers because I actually have an approved comp claim and got an expansion. I've watched you guys and done lots of research. It's been my journey. That's awesome.
That's great. Tell all your friends. Look, everyone should be as good as you. So any way you can help someone else, I think you should do it. I'm really impressed by that.
Yeah. What up, Sonia from Navy?
Go.
She said, what up, Genie? And your boo, Chris.
What up?
You mean the other guy?
The other guy.
Tammy, my doctor said I'm not released to work, but the IME said I was, so they closed my case. I'm in Washington State.
So your treating doctor is going to have to write a better narrative report than has been written already and explain why that was a bad decision. It doesn't mean that it's going to work, but that's the process.
Yeah. Oh, Tenora. I work for the Portland office as an educator. I just want to meet you guys. Aw. Yeah, when we came to Portland, it was a personal trip. I came to see my two little sisters and my brother-in-laws. So we came to just hang out with them. And it was actually Chris's birthday at that time and
Yeah.
my baby sister's birthday. So we just wanted to celebrate.
Just real quick, Victor said to Ian, "How many times is Ian gonna join this chat?" Ian said, "I'll never leave." I believe you'll never leave. I believe it.
Latanya Skinner. Hi. I'm glad I'm able to catch you guys again. Today I'm in North Carolina.
Hmm.
My question to you both is if I received an occupational disease schedule award for one of my knees, which was a knee replacement, I know I have the other knee done. Will I be able to get an occupational disease schedule award for my other? You guys have helped me out since 2022.
So, not understanding or knowing anything about your health condition, I can tell you that just per the rule, each leg is a separate body part that can have an impairment rating. So, the answer to can you get one on both is yes. Will you? I don't know. Is it valid? I don't know. But you can do it. There's nothing in the rules that would prevent you from doing it.
Yeah. Latanya said, I want to be able to help with the following on pending cases. The patients, federal employees, seem to never know how and what to do to get not to get a denial. Their supervisors do not respect their CA-17s, and I heard they can't file a grievance on pending cases. We have medical doctors, physical therapists, and chiropractors working together to prove their injury.
So they can file grievances on pending cases, but that's a union issue, not an
Yeah.
issue for you and me. But a lot of the folks that are here right now, their mouths salivate when they get an opportunity to go and file a grievance. So they can do it. But for the people that you're talking about that just don't have a clue and need help, send them here. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Latanya, give me message me tomorrow. And I know you guys want this particular training that Chris and I do, like all the case managers. Maybe it's something that Chris and I and our team can talk about this year. Maybe we can do an OWCP training like what we do for you guys when we come to your state and national convention for our doctors and case managers. We actually talked about that last year. So maybe it's something that we could do. But the reason they're getting denials is not because of anything else. I'm sorry to say it. It is because of the narrative that the doctor is writing.
I teach this all the
Yeah.
time. Denied claims are the fault of whoever wrote the narrative, the doctor.
Yeah. Whether it's our doctors or not, that it is on
We
the
get
doctor.
denied claims, but
Yeah.
we go again. We do reconsideration and we win. Ian said to Victor that Stevie Wonder has seen his picture by now.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Mike finally. Okay. Mike Joseph. My
All right,
claims examiner said the Atlanta office didn't properly use the sixth edition reporting the impairment rating. That is why they sent me to a second opinion. What can I do to appeal the second opinion that denied the original impairment rating you all did that was not accepted?
All right, that's complicated, but it's an easy answer, but it's a complicated situation for you. Um, I'm always amazed that two doctors can do an impairment rating to the same person, same body part, and get different rating um, because they use the same guide. And if you use the same system in the guide, everyone should come up with the same number, right? The same percentage. What can you do to appeal it? Well, you can do a reconsideration and have your treating doctor explain why he's right and the second opinion is wrong. But it would have to be awfully scientific. Like it can't just be well because I think so. Obviously, right? It's got to be well. I looked on page 42 of chapter whatever, and here's what it said, and I used this, and the other doctor didn't. It's going to take some time, but that's what it takes when two doctors read the same manual and come up with different results. It's maddening. It's maddening to you because you're living it, but I see it hundreds of times a month. It's insane. Like there ought to be an AI system right now that can create a sixth edition impairment rating because I feel like I could feed a sixth edition guide into an AI system and it would just know to what inputs it needs and tell me what the impairment rating percentage is and probably give me a report. I just gave you a hint on what I'm going to be working on.
We got Ivy saying hi.
Ma.
We got John Reverend,
What
our
up,
good
John?
old buddy in Missouri. He said, "You guys rock."
Johnette asked if we could read and answer her question. I don't,
Yep,
or
I'm getting
Johnetta.
there.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just give me a minute. We are seeing the comments before. It's taking me a while to see the comment because it's streaming. So give me a minute. I'm going through all of them. Johnette Payne.
Well, we are going to answer them all before we get off here.
Yeah. I never got paid for my approval case in May 2020, August 2021, but got paid with my schedule award. How can I get back pay from May 2020 to August 2021?
Well, you have to have proof that you're out of work medically. So hopefully you have a CA-17 that took you out of work. Then you have to have a disability narrative written by your doctor that explains medically why you were out of work. And then you need a CA-20, which is an attending physician's report, where your doctor explains the situation in your, where you're at. So now you've got a CA-17, a CA-20, and a disability narrative. Anytime you're out of work because you went to the doctor, you need a printout of the appointments. And then you have to take all of that and put it in a CA-7 and potentially a CA-7A for any time where it was intermittent time off. That's complicated. But that's the short answer.
Yeah. Mike Joseph said, also, you hit the nail on the head about the second opinion. Mine was horrible and very limited. Glad to hear that advice.
Yeah. And look, Mike, this is Mike, right? Is that who says? Yeah, Mike. This is what I hear everybody say. It's not just like a one off. I don't remember ever talking to someone who went to a second opinion doctor and said they spent time with them and did a full evaluation. In all of my time, I've never heard anybody say that. And since I'm not a federal employee, I've never personally been to a second opinion doctor. So I don't have any firsthand experience, but every single person I've ever talked to said they had a bad experience. I think that's a clue.
Tammy Elliott said, do you all have an attorney that handles OWCP cases?
Here's how you're going to do this. Go to Google and search OWCP injury lawyer. Do it that. But OWCP lawyer. It doesn't have to be near you.
Right.
It doesn't have to be in your same state. You can be in Florida and the lawyer can be in Alaska. It doesn't matter. It's federal. There are 2 handfuls of lawyers that do this. We used to recommend one, but we can't get a hold of them anymore, so we're not doing that. But you can Google OWCP lawyer, and you will find somebody who knows what they're doing. I guarantee it. You'll find like 10 of them.
But Tammy, the question is, where are you at right now that you need an attorney? Because if people think because their claim gets denied or closed, they need an attorney to help you. So let us know.
Most of the attorneys that we know say that what they really need is a doctor.
Yeah.
That knows how to write reports and fill out forms. Most of the problems that people have has nothing to do with lawyers. Most of the time, you need lawyers when you get in an auto accident on the job. You need lawyers when you get a schedule award and it's denied. You need a lawyer when you're trying to do OPM disability and it's denied. There's very few other times that you need a lawyer. It's not saying there's no other times. There's just not a lot of other times.
Right.
And most of those things I just told you, if you had a doctor that knew what they were doing, you wouldn't need the lawyer.
Tammy said, mine was 8 minutes long at my IME.
Yeah,
that's sad.
I can't believe it was 8 minutes. That sounds long. It sounds like an eternity.
We hear this all the time.
If we did not get to your question, message us again and make sure we didn't miss you, because we have no intention, after being gone all this time, of missing a single question.
Yes.
So let us know. We really, really want to answer them all. I've been jonesing to answer OWCP questions. Like, we went on vacation in Utah. The first day we were there, I taught a class. Didn't care. Wanted to answer questions. Like, I got to do something. We just took too much time away from you, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So whatever you got, please give it to me. I need to be able to answer these questions.
Just a few things, some housekeeping things that we went over at the beginning. If you didn't catch us right at the beginning, because we are now with a new federal agency, FLEOA
Association. Lots of agencies.
Association.
Yeah.
Went to your office in Dayton today. Awesome. That's awesome.
Junior, let me tell you something. The guy who owns that office is our business partner. Nobody knows more about OWCP than me and Tom.
Yeah.
Literally nobody. Tom is the only person on planet Earth that is my equal. And there are things, and it's annoying as hell, that he knows that I didn't know yet. So you're in the right place.
Yeah, you're gonna love The Office.
You're in the right place.
Yeah. So going back for state and national conventions this year, um, we can only go and we will be traveling to those offices those states that we are training at. Now, if there's like a national convention like the NPC, we
Yeah,
are not training at the NPC, but it's big. And we want to get the word out
and we have
because,
like 100 friends there, so we
yeah,
kind of want to go.
and we want to meet the state presidents, some of the stewards that come along to say, "Hey, we're here. If you want us to come train in your state, we are available." That's those national stuff we will definitely go to, even if we are not training. But for state conventions, we definitely are gonna need to train. And here's how we can do it: we can do Zoom. If you guys have a TV, we'll just give you the link and we'll connect and we could train you via Zoom, or we can come in person and train you. So just know that.
What do you got?
Um, Mary Lou's, hi guys, and thank you for what you do to enlighten us. My claim was approved, but the supervisor said he needs to wait for management approval to pay me COP. Is this correct? I'm in Florida.
Okay, so check it out. So continuation of pay, you have one stipulation to be eligible for it. You have a CA1 injury that happened in a single shift that you reported within 30 days. I went silent on purpose because there's not another condition.
You're right.
It's a CA1 and you reported it within 30 days. You're eligible. Okay. So I'm waiting for management approval is a lower level manager who doesn't know what they're doing. And they're scared to piss off whoever's ahead of them or above them. So I suggest go to that person's manager and say, I need my COP. Because what's going to happen is if they don't code it as COP in the system, they're going to code it as sick and annual leave or sick or annual leave. You may need to get help from your union. If you're in Florida, chances are you've got strong union reps. I know a lot of them. That's why I say that. But no, you don't need management approval. You need to report your CA1 injury within 30 days. That's it. And the senior claims examiner for Department of Labor told me everyone should elect COP.
Yes.
That's another clue. So your supervisor's wrong. Your first day of pay should be COP, period.
And what Chris just said, if you heard him right, a senior claims examiner told us this. We actually trained a handful of claims examiner a couple years ago. It was funny. We were like, oh, and they had questions. So
You're going to read this in a second, but
yeah.
So Junior said, so do COP even if not approved yet? Yeah. So great question, Junior. You elect COP the second you fill out a CA1 form. It's definitely not approved yet, right? So you got hurt today, you report today, you fill out your form today, you elect COP today. Your claim is going to get approved in 30 or 60 days.
Yeah.
So yes, right away, elect COP.
Tammy said, oh, this is why she's asking for an attorney.
Okay.
My claim is now closed due to the IME report. My FCE report and a doctor open report says differently than the IME. I filed I guess, a grievance and review waiting for the date of that review. I think it's grievance. Is that what you meant to say?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Understood. CA2 junior is not eligible for a CA16 or for COP. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just that's the rule.
All right. So this hour went by so fast.
Yeah, way too fast.
So we're so excited that we're back. We're so excited. And I have to tell you something. We have grown our following to about 40,000 followers across our social media pages between Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
That means you're not even trying. There's almost 3 million of you. So
Yeah.
tell your friends.
It's sad because for a lot of people doing another business, it'd be great. 40,000 followers, that's awesome. In this field, there's 3 million of you, and 40,000 isn't scratching the surface at all.
So tell your friends. We're so excited to be back. People, I think, overuse. We're excited. It's like I'm not a cheerleader, but it's just we are excited to be back. It's been more time off than we've ever taken in 10 years. We're not ever doing that again because I truly missed doing it.
Yeah.
So tell your friends. We're here. This is Gini. I'm Chris. This is my wife. Don't tell her I tricked her. And we do this every week, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, unless we're in an airplane or at a convention and I'm teaching live, right? And then obviously I'm not doing this. But you have an opportunity, and your coworkers have an opportunity to not get hosed by this OWCP system anymore. All you got to do is show up and ask your questions. You have a question tonight, I'm going to answer it tonight. You will not have that problem tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let people know to come here and follow Wednesday night OWCP chats with Chris and Gini. Anytime we go live, you'll be notified we're live.
Yeah.
And it's likely going to be Wednesday at 8 Eastern time. So it won't be a surprise. Please let people know.
Wilhelmina said, OWCP said they paid me and I didn't receive the checks in 2011.
So tell them to send you proof of payment, and then match it up at your bank.
Yeah. Let's see. We got Thomas. Let's see. There was a picture
You're
here.
up here, Thomas.
Thomas, you're on here. He said, you guys are amazing. If it wasn't for you guys,
are.
my workers' comp case would have never been approved. So Thomas is a vice president for TSA down in New York and New Jersey, and he's amazing. And those of you that are in his local, you have a very strong person standing behind you guys. He's great. AFGE Local 696 Florida. How are you guys?
That's our people.
Can't wait to see you guys.
Ian is live from parts unknown.
We can't wait to see AFGE District 5 again in the caucus in Atlanta next month, April. Yeah, April.
God, it seems like yesterday
We were just with AFGE. Yeah. So we're so excited to see you guys again. Ian, what did you say? Live from
see this picture? I was on vacation right then.
Yeah. So let's see. What else? So yeah, we are super excited. We're back again.
Cynthia.
If we don't get on chats, we always let you know, and we always let you know the reason is. And basically the reason is we're in a plane and we're landing.
That's something like that.
That's the reason. So, however, she said, hey, your picture is up here, just to let you know. Chevelle.
Oh yeah, doing me Beasley.
Can't wait to see you all too. Oh, you guys are so sweet. We love all of the friends we have met, as we said at the beginning of chats. All the people on here. There's so many more pictures. I mean, like we have. When I say
we
thousands,
couldn't go through them all today. It was too much.
We couldn't, but we'll switch it up next week and get some. So just to let you know, this chat is also on my personal page, Sarojini Helms. It is here, and it is on YouTube at Wednesday night OWCP chats. Go click the follow, subscribe, or whatever. Tell your friends.
Look at AJ being all sexy.
Tell your friends if they don't follow us on chats or click the subscribe on YouTube, you won't get the notification that we're live. Because a lot of you are like on the page and message me. How do I see you guys on chats? You're already here. And
you
just
did it
click
already.
the follow button. And we're not saying follow us to get so we build our following. It's following so you guys get the notification we are going live. And it'll always happen every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern.
So Nancy from Houston said, how do I get my time back if they use my annual and sick time? You do a leave buyback, a CA7, maybe a 7A. It depends on your situation, and a CA7B. The 7B is filled out by management, so good luck with that. But that's how it's done.
Thomas, yes, Larry did tell me he was chatting with you. Yeah, I was super excited. So
yeah, good luck with that. I don't think you need luck.
Yeah, you got this.
Yeah.
So just to let you guys know, next week we're going to talk all about the CA1. We're actually going to have a picture of the CA1 up here. And like what Chris does when we are at a state convention and we're training, he goes over every single line of the CA1 and tells you exactly how to fill it out. That way you guys know about COP and you know the little box 35 and 36. I can't believe I remembered that. It's because I listened to him train 1,000 times.
35 and 36 are the last two. So it's as easy as remembering 1 and 2.
I didn't realize that. So get a paper and a pen next week.
Nancy, it's worth it if it's worth it to you. You have to go look at the CA7B. That worksheet will tell you if it's worth it. But probably yes. Get
paper, get pen, pull your own CA1 if you want to online. Just go to our website, find it, just Google OWCP CA1 form, print it out, and we're going to go over there's a lot of boxes or a lot of lines that kind of tricks you up. And Chris has some stories to go along with certain sections.
Real stories, real
Yeah,
life stories.
real
Many of you have heard
stories.
it before, but
Yeah.
you will, when I say it again, act like you've never heard it
Yeah.
because you're my friend.
So that's what we're doing next week. And we want to say again, thank you, thank you, thank you to all the 40,000 plus followers that we've had.
For 10 years of trust and confidence in letting us teach you about OWCP and becoming our friends. We really appreciate the friendship more than anything.
Happy 10-year anniversary to you guys. Thank you so much for all the support through the years. And if you didn't catch us live, you could just click the replay on Facebook now. They are getting rid of our Facebook lives. That's because I guess the cloud is too full with everybody doing lives. So no matter what, it's on YouTube. Every single one of our videos is on YouTube. You can go back and watch from 2016, I believe. That's on there, and you don't have to miss it. Also, again, we are going to be at the NPC in Reno on March
That's
19th.
National President's Council for APW.
Convention.
For those of you that don't know what NPC
Yeah,
is.
it's for APW. So we will be there from the 19th to the 23rd
Ian.
in Reno. So our friends, it's a hint, hint. You better be on that flight to Reno.
I better not be at the blackjack table by myself, buddies. Let's go.
Ian, AJ. Well, AJ is
Victor,
going to be there.
let's go.
So,
all
right,
right,
everybody.
Hey,
thank you for a great night.
Looking forward to next week. Tell all your friends, 8 p.m. Eastern time.